Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here. First things first, don't expect new monsters like ever. It's definitely not going to continue unless for some reason I decide to. I'm way too inconsistent to have that happen. But this is here like I promised, the Grandmerge deck creation review thing that I did. I don't know. Basically, I'm just going to show you a quick Grandmerge, Elemental Hero Grandmerge deck build that I made, courtesy of this cool event, Society of Light. Yeah, like if you just check rewards, Grandmerge will be in here. Like there's one there, and if you check the lottery and stuff like that, he's also in there. So what I'm going to do is show you a quick build that I made. I spent a little time on today. You can see volume 4 at the top. But yeah, let's just get into it, and then I'll do a quick match just to show you kind of what the deck looks like as we go through. So for the ability, first off, I used Miracle Draw, which is really good because it might be a little hard to do at first, or at least to get used to, but basically either turn 6 or turn 7, which will be your third draw phase, you get a pot of green in your hand. So basically you draw 2 cards on that turn, but it can be negated, which has happened to me before, sadly. But yeah, instead of a normal draw, you draw a pot of greed from outside the deck, and then you just play that. So that's what I use. Fusion Time also works fairly well. Hero's Draw is always good. Draw Sense Wind might work kind of well for this deck. It all depends, maybe. Any of these could really work, besides like Grit, maybe. But anyways, basically, how I have this is these 5 down here. Now, Grandmerge, he's pretty simple. He's just 2 normal hero monsters, and as you can see, I have 3 Sparkman, 3 Avion up here to get him down. And then I have Shining Flare Wingman, Plasma Vice, and Great Tornado for his effects. But basically, Grandmerge has to be fusion summoned. Gains attack and defense equal to combined original levels of material used for the fusion summon times 300. You might ask, why not use Neos? Well, 2 level 4s together to make 2400 attacker. That's pretty decent. And 2100 is pretty decent as well. So he doesn't have a problem, and all he needs to do is get rid of 1 monster, set or not. It doesn't matter. But when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can tribute the card and then special summon an elemental hero monster from your fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, but it can't attack monsters with an equal or level lower to it. Or lower level to it, not level lower to it. Anyway, you get the idea. So you might ask, why would you run him in the first place? They're obviously going to be higher level. Just look at the levels, all 8. Of course, you can use like core and stuff like that for 9. There's different ways of doing this. I just found this to work best because 1, Plasma Vice, discard a card from your hand. You can destroy an attack position monsters that runs over that because they can still attack set monsters. You have Great Tornado, which just straight up halves the attack and defense of all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field. And then Shining Flare Wingman, just, 300 attack for each elemental hero in your graveyard, and you are going to have 3 by then unless you owe Oversoul, or, Ocean to get them back in your hand, and when he destroys a monster, inflict damage equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. That's, in the graveyard, so it'll most likely be their original attack. So, and the thing is, they're special summoned during the battle phase, so if you destroy another monster, you still have another monster that can attack a monster that the opponent might still have left, you're most likely going to be able to get off an attack with them, and you can probably kill the turn you do this. If not, then the next turn, because they won't be able to run over monsters like this, especially with an attack drop and with an ability like this to just destroy them. They're not going to want to put them in attack mode. They're going to want to set their monsters, and it just gives you a chance to run over them, destroy them, and you get piercing as well with this, with Plasma Vice. And then, Shining Flare Wingman is just not someone you want to counter. So, what I ran with this was, Sparkman Avion, Oversouls, because when you use Hero Mask, you pop them in the grave, and you can take them out. If they're a normal monster, which is really easy to do. So if you have, say, Polymerization and Avion and a, Hero Mask, or Ocean, right? You just play Ocean, Hero Mask, put a Sparkman in the grave, Oversoul, get him out, and then Polymerization Avion, Sparkman together, 2100 beater, bam, run over, set monster. Monster in attack position, and then you get Shining Flare Wingman. And you've already got a monster that'll have what? 3400 attack, first turn, or at least first, setup for the turn. And even, you're gonna run your hand dry, but Miracle Draw helps bring that back. And then even if not, there's always ways to recover. You can use Hero City for bringing back any of these guys that were sent. Woodsman is just for someone that's kind of hard to run over, and for someone to get Polymerization back in your hand. There's 2 Polymerizations. Hero Barrier for stalling. Blade Edge for Plasma Vice with Sparkman, and also just for piercing. Kind of works Soul Blazeman for popping monsters in the grave. And then Ocean for taking them out as well for more Grandmerge support. And Hero Mask for also popping in the grave. And changing names, if I wanted for Plasma Vice by chance. And then Hero Counterattack to just pop more off and make it easier to use Grandmerge. So yeah, let me show you what a build looks like, or what, a duel kind of looks like, just basic duel against somebody. If I don't draw badly at least, because that happens a lot. my draw power is just bleh. Anyway, so let's see how well we do. Evan, so I'm thinking soon that we're going to try some new games here. Neo Monsters, like I said before, it's probably not going to continue, but we'll see. Okay, look at this. Is like, this is a pretty good first hand, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so set that, or it's a decent first hand at least. We can get Sparkman down. Of course we don't destroy it. Oh, isn't that great? Okay, that's just great. I would like a monster to be sent to the graveyard. That would be, poop you. Okay. Alright, that works. I'm okay with that because we can Oversoul, Sparkman, Crash, attack if we need to. Alright, Polymerization. Okay, this is actually perfect because we Oversoul here. Get Sparkman out. Your position doesn't matter because then we can Polymerization. We can get out Grandmerge. Boop, boop. And then this means we can get 2400. Normal summon you. Battle. Get you out of here. And then we can activate your effect. Your effect doesn't matter. Oh, he already tributes himself. Okay. That's cool. You can bring him back. It's not gonna matter. You can get Shining Flare Wingman out. Nope, let's not be dumb and end my turn. Why can't... Oh, of course, because he's the same level. Or because he's a higher level. That was a good counter that somehow worked. Doesn't he go to the graveyard? No, it doesn't. That sucks. Okay. You have to end turn there, unfortunately. Wow. Usually they wouldn't have Time Machine or something like that set up, but, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, here's Miracle Draw now, though. And then we can use Ocean's Effect. Get ourselves a Sparkman back in hand. Activate your effect. Draw 2 cards. Solid. Activate effect. Can't do anything with that, so I'd battle, but just end turn right here. And then this upcoming turn, Oversoul. We will literally just repeat the process with Grandmerge. Yep. Get another one of you. And then now what we can do is Hero's Mask onto Ocean. It really doesn't matter which one it is. And then we can put Blade Edge in the grave. And then I'm thinking here what we do is we polymerization together to get ourselves Plasma Vice. And get you two out. Plasma Vice out. And we can normal summon Sparkman. The first thing we do here is Crash, of course. It wouldn't matter if we discarded, whatever. And then we get rid of you. We're probably not going to win this turn, but you're going to take 1300 effect damage right there. And then there's no way we're losing next turn with a 14,000 beater that does difference, that does attack to damage and someone that, you're not winning. And then we can just battle, and you're probably dead. Yeah, that was an easy win. So, Time Machine was the only thing that kind of made it a little weird at one point, but if it wasn't for that, we could have won so much earlier. But anyway, that's it. That's the deck. You can run your own variations of it, swapping out some fusion monsters like Core for some of the other ones or something like that. Normal Wingman. Don't have some of them, and other normal monsters if those were few. But yeah, that's the deck. Pretty simple. And yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully, I'll be a little bit more consistent and see you guys sometime soon. So yeah, bye.